What's up, history explorers? I'm Lane.
And I'm History Seeking Dave,
Ooh.
welcoming you back to Touring History X, Y, and Z, where we learn that every generation defines progress differently. But everyone agrees that reaching for the impossible is worth the risk. Ah, yes.
Absolutely. And quick shout out to our sponsor today, Hiho Cheeseburgers.
Yum.
I am so hungry I could go eat one right now. While humanity keeps pushing boundaries in space and science, they've perfected the art of the burger with 100% grass-fed Wagyu from New Zealand's First Light Farms.
That's right. They're sustainably raised, antibiotic-free, and proving that you don't need to reinvent the wheel to make something extraordinary. Just do the fundamentals perfectly.
Yeah, and I don't want wheels in my burger, Dave. I don't
No.
don't need to reinvent a wheel to have a good burger. So just visit
Crunchy.
hiho.la and taste what happens when someone commits to excellence without the gimmicks.
That's all about us. No gimmicks, all about excellence.
Just a lot
July
of beef.
16th.
Just
That's
really
right.
top quality beef, Dave. That's what I call you.
So, what really strikes me about this date, Lane, is how it's all about humanity's relationship with power. That's right. Creating it, reaching for it, and learning to live with sometimes not so great consequences.
Ah, interesting. Well, it sounds like a interesting day ahead. But first,
It is.
birthdays. The birthday squad includes comedy legend Will Ferrell at 58, proving
Wow.
that genuine weirdness never goes out of style, and neither does his Harry Carey impressions. Hi,
That's
everybody. Do you think the moon is made of cheese? I do.
I could be a hot dog if I wanted to be. I feel like one right now. Put some mustard and smother it all over me. Will Ferrell also let us know what San Diego really means. It's not just a city in California, it's also the German version of.
Whale's vagina?
That's
Oh, good.
right.
I
You got it
remember
out
my
there.
I remember my San Diego. Who
San
else do we
Diego.
have today?
Well, we have Barry Sanders at 57, who redefined what running back greatness looks like, and tennis champion Margaret Court at 83. How about that? She was named after the game.
That's pretty cool. I must be named after bowling because I'm
Yes.
Lane. All right. Or I'm a traffic cop. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, who else we have? We have
Stay in your
playwright
lane.
Tony Kushner at 69, who gave us Angels in America, and actress Rosa Salazar at 39, who's representing the new generation of storytellers.
That's right. But it's also something very, well, life changing that happened in 1945. Can you tell us a little bit about the Trinity nuclear test in
Yeah. So this is the
New
first
Mexico?
event. That means it's gonna probably tie to Gen X somehow. And we're talking about the Trinity nuclear test,
Mm.
which detonated near Alamogordo, New Mexico on July 16th, 1945, ushering in the atomic age and forever changing humanity's relationship with power. Nuclear power.
That's right. Well, it strangely also produced a sea of glass.
Oh,
The Earth actually got so hot, it turned to glass in Alamogordo.
wow.
And so they called it Trinity glass. And they looked at it and went, geez, this is really exciting. What can we do
So
with this stuff?
exotic. What could
It's
yeah, that's
very. So, in their infinite wisdom, they created Trinity jewelry and chopped it up and sold it as pieces of, well, history.
welcome to the
Unfortunately,
nuclear age. Want a piece?
yeah. So these women would put it around their neck and realize, wow, I now have thyroid cancer from all the radiation that's inside this stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
no. I hate it when you
yeah.
go out and play in the poison.
I know. And here's what's fascinating about Gen X relationship to this. You're the generation that grew up understanding that ultimate power comes with ultimate responsibility and consequences.
Yeah, that is true. We lived through the end of the Cold War, so we understood that nuclear weapons weren't just about military strategy. They were about the psychological weight of knowing you could end civilization.
Yes, as we know it, Gen X
Duck
learned.
and cover, right? That'll take it.
Oh, duck and cover. And let's build a bomb shelter, huh? Everybody else on the street has one.
Like going
You can't
camping in
come
your
into mine.
backyard. Yeah.
You see a bright light? Stay out of my yard. Gen X learned early that some technologies are so powerful, they changed the fundamental nature of human existence. Trinity wasn't just a bomb test. Well, it was. It was the moment humans became capable of destroying themselves. Hey, everybody break out a cheer.
Yeah, we're the generation that processed movies like War Games and The Day After and understood that the real threat wasn't nuclear war. It was living under the constant possibility of nuclear war, which is being decided by humans who are fallible and bad
Human.
ideas gone off the
Mm.
rails. Scary. War
Oh,
Games holds up. Everybody got to go watch it.
oh, it's great. Hey, you remember the name of the computer that was fighting with Matthew Broderick in War Games by any chance?
I don't think it was the Big Mac. I think it was the Whopper, Dave.
Whopper, that's right, Whopper. And
Ah.
Professor Falcon.
Yes, the only winning strange game. The only winning move is not to play.
That's right. Gen X developed this very mature relationship with power, understanding that having it doesn't mean you should use it, God forbid, and that the most important decisions are often about restraint. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Don't push that button.
That's right.
What else
Speaking of
happened?
pushing the button to maybe launch things, Dave, I think your event number 2 has some of that as part of it in 1969, yeah?
That's right. July 16th, 1969, Apollo 11 launches from Cape Kennedy, beginning humanity's first journey to land on the moon and proving that impossible dreams can become reality. I say in the
Mhm.
next 10 years that we will send a man to the moon. Guess who that was?
JFK maybe, I think?
No, it was Helen, his
Oh.
secretary. She was imitating him.
She does a great JFK impression.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
around
she
him
loved
so
to do
much, I
that.
guess,
She
yeah.
didn't have a much career after he was gone. Anyway.
Well, this is the second event of the day, so I'm guessing historically you're gonna tie this to millennials, right?
Of course, yes. Millennials inherited a world where going to the moon, I will send a man to the moon, was already ancient history, but somehow flying cars and clean energy were still just around the corner.
Yeah, Apollo 11 proved that humans could accomplish literally anything if they committed resources and focus. But then millennials watched that lesson get ignored for decades.
Decades and decades, exactly. Millennials learned that the technology to solve major problems, climate change, poverty, disease, already exist. The barriers aren't scientific, they're political and economic.
Ah,
Always bogged down by those things.
my favorite barriers. It's like Apollo 11 gave millennials this template for what's possible when society actually prioritizes a goal, and then they spent their lives frustrated that we stopped using that template. Why
Right.
aren't we doing such great things anymore?
Yeah, what's stopping us? Nothing but politics and money. The same old story. Just print more and elect new people. Millennials look at the moon landing and think, if we could do that in 1969, why can't we build renewable energy infrastructure now in 2025?
Absolutely. So Apollo 11 remains proof that we can't afford it is usually code for we don't want to prioritize it. That's
That's
why
right.
it's not.
We don't have the money,
No.
aka we're not doing that. Speaking of prioritizing excellence, here we go, Lane. Hi ho cheeseburgers.
Woo
Yeah,
boy.
they
Let's
didn't cut corners.
go.
No way. See, when you don't cut corners on quality, you get excellence. They sourced the best beef from First Light Farms, certified humane and GMO free, whatever that means.
Yeah, it's like they took the Apollo 11 approach to burgers. Figure out what excellence looks like, then commit the resources to make it happen. Check out their mission accomplished at hiho.la.
Oh,
You
mission
like that, Dave?
accomplished. That was
Mission
pretty
accomplished.
darn good.
Meal accomplished. Ooh.
Oh, well, here we have something else, another Kennedy.
It's you're getting ahead of yourself with that
I
JFK stuff, Dave.
That's
Yes.
right, Lane. It's not just his secretary, Helen.
That's right. We're moving into our third event of the day. And on July 16th, 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr., his wife Carolyn, and sister in law Lauren all die in a plane crash off Martha's Vineyard, ending the life of America's most famous political heir.
Yes, and Gen Z processes this completely differently than previous generations.
Oh, do they? How so,
Y
Dave?
Well, Gen Z looks at JFK Jr.'s death and sees it as the end of celebrity political dynasties, and they're totally fine with that.
Oh, that's kind of fascinating. So, where older generations saw it as tragic loss of potential, Gen Z sees it as proof that political power shouldn't be inherited.
Yeah, I guess they figure that, if your last name's Kennedy, Roosevelt, or Bush, you're automatically in the club. But they don't buy it, and they don't
Yeah.
think that being born into a famous family makes you qualified for leadership. They want leaders who earn their positions through meritocracy and authentic connection.
Yes,
Think about it.
meritocracy. It's like Gen Z learned from JFK Jr.'s story that charisma and legacy by themselves aren't enough. You need actual policies and lived experience that connect with real people's struggles.
Right. Gen Z looks at political dynasties, again, Kennedy's, Bush's, Clinton's, Roosevelt's, and thinks, why are we treating politics like a family business? It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way. Let's not do that. They're the
No.
generation that wants to see politicians who grew up like they did, not politicians who inherited their power and fame.
Gen Z democratized leadership expectations. They democratized democracy. They don't
Wow.
care about your last name or your family's history, how much dough you have. They care about what you're going to do for people who don't have last names that open doors, like Mandami.
Yeah. Wow.
So, July 16th shows us three different relationships with power and potential.
Yeah, Gen X learned that ultimate power requires ultimate restraint. Millennials inherited proof that anything is possible, but watched that potential get wasted. And Gen Z rejected inherited power in favor of earned leadership.
From nuclear responsibility to unfulfilled technology potential to democratized leadership, each generation redefined what power should look like.
Thanks to Hiho Cheeseburgers at hiho.la for proving that real excellence comes from commitment to quality, not shortcuts or inherited advantages.
Oh, I like how you put that in there. Ha ha ha, very clever. If July 16th lessons about power and potential resonated with you, like and subscribe and send us a voice memo about a moment when you realized that having power and using it wisely are two completely different things. I'm in power.
Yeah. And says so, our animatronic answering machine right over here next to me,
I said
is
so.
ready to bring your power dynamic story to animated life.
That's right. That bot sitting next to Lane can actually do things.
Let's put him to work. Let's make him say funny things, people. Send us funny things you want him to say, and he'll say it.
Otherwise, he's just a paperweight. So until next time, this has been Touring History X, Y, and Z.
Where power evolves, but responsibility remains constant.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun. Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.